What's up, kids? Chris here. Hope you're awesome on this Thursday morning. It's beautiful here in Memphis, so I'm doing as much outside as I can today. Just a little stir crazy inside, as we all are. Anyway, jump in here. Let me know if AV is good, if you can hear me and see me, and we will jump in here in just a second. Talking about money, this is a question that we kind of get a lot of private messages about, so I won't mention anybody's name on this one. I don't want to turn anybody in for worrying about what we all worry about. This is so real, and I'm super thrilled to talk about this because this is a topic that everybody talks about. Everybody thinks about. What's up, Cian? Great to see you. Dennis, awesome to see you. Everybody talks about this, but nobody wants to post about this publicly. Totally get it. It's just money. Money's the real deal. It's what we work for. It's what pays the bills. It's what makes life easier. And we don't want to lose it, right? So we want to make sure we're tackling this appropriately because this worry about money can really paralyze us as entrepreneurs. We got a little traffic going in front of my house, so let me know if you can't hear me, okay? As entrepreneurs, Harry, what's up, dude? The worry about money gets to be really real. So I appreciate all the direct messages coming in about this, and I want to tackle this head on. If you're worried about money, as most of the people in the world are today, even if you still have, man, you bet, Harry, great to see you. Even if you still have a job, right? Brenda, awesome to see you too. If you still have a job, you're still worried about money. I talked to so many of my friends who have awesome 9-to-5s. Leandra, good to see you too. It's good to see you here. They have 9-to-5s, thanks Harry, for the audio. If you have a job, a 9-to-5, you still have clients, if you still have all that stuff going on, people are still freaking worried about money because you don't wonder if this thing's gonna keep going. Sorry, you don't wonder, that sounds great. You wonder if this thing's gonna keep going. Is it gonna wrap up in a few weeks? Is it gonna kind of resurge in the fall next year, in the winter, in the Northern Hemisphere, wherever you are in the world? Is this whole pandemic thing gonna keep going? Are clients gonna come back online? How long is it gonna take? All the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You have bills to pay. Did your PPP loan come through? Just endless worries and endless question marks, right, that we have popping in our heads. And yeah, we're seeing markets come back. I don't know if you're noticing that or not. Our sales numbers have really picked up in the past week. They've been about 50% of what they were before Corona for the past 6 weeks, and they've, I'd say, doubled back to full bore, full on in the past 7 days for us. So I know the emotion the market's coming back on. And that, by the way, that's in our agency model. What's up, Franklin? Awesome to see you. It's in our agency model. It's also in the agency we run for our clients. It's also in products and services we offer digitally. So it's happening. And I see that in a lot of folks in our mastermind as well. People are really getting traction right now. So if you're riding that wave, keep riding it. But you still worry about it, right? Even though we're making it, I'm still worried about it. Here's 3 things to do. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, Franklin. Doing good today, man. Great to be outside. 3 things to do. Number 1, this is so important and so hard to do. Pick when you're gonna think about money. I know you can't always control when the thoughts pop in your head. It might be at 10 o'clock at night while you're laying in bed. You just turned off the TV or YouTube or whatever, and Netflix, and you're just like, oh my gosh, the money, it's in your head. Pick when you're gonna think about it. So for me, if I'm worried about money, I pick a time of day. I always do my money work in the morning, all right? If you've heard me talk about how I block my day out before, you know that I like doing something hard in the morning, meaning making that awkward sales call, that referral outreach, going for that new business. But usually the first half of the day, I'm gonna pick a time like 10 o'clock, whatever. That's when I'm doing live, so I guess it'd be 11 o'clock or 9:30 for me. But I'm gonna find a time that I actually look at the bank accounts, move money back and forth between the credit card accounts, whatever it is you gotta do. I used to be there, oh my gosh, it was so hard too. You can do this. Pick a time though and do your money management, look at your accounts, check PayPal, swap accounts around, do what you gotta do, worry about it, get it over with, and put it away. So 9 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, whenever, put it to bed, deal with it, be done. Don't look at it for the rest of the day, okay? If somebody's gonna pay you and you're gonna feel better about it, awesome. If you wanna know that at 6 p.m. right before you quit work, good for you. But if they don't pay you, think about it. If they didn't pay you today and it's gonna come in tomorrow, you're just gonna worry about it more all night long. So it's so important to get the worrying done, put it in a package, wrap it up in a little bow, stick it where it needs to go in the morning, and then get on with your day and quit worrying about it, okay? That's the first thing. Put it in a spot, don't do it again. Per day, also for the weekend. You need rest on the weekends. Don't check those bank accounts on Friday afternoon. Friday afternoons, start chilling. Check that bank account, do your stuff on Friday morning, get it over with. Enjoy the weekend. Don't look at it again until Monday. I know you want to. I know you're probably in a pattern of doing that. Stop. Don't do it. Okay? That's first thing. Second thing is, this is a tough one too for all of us. Quit perseverating on what you're going to do. What's up, Michael? Great to see you. Quit wondering about what you're going to do. Quit overthinking it and take action, okay? It's so hard for us as entrepreneurs. We want to get that perfect pitch, that perfect offer. Who's my perfect client? What should the name of my Facebook group be? How about this product or that product? But what if I reach this market? Just pick one, all right? Pick one. And I know there's markets that could be better or worse than others. There's offers that could be better or worse than others, but you're not gonna learn what you have to know until you do it. It's so important to take action. So if you got money worries or money problems, doing the thing, like if it's imperfect, go for it. Imperfect action gets results. Activity breeds results. Do work, get results. We say all those things over and over because it's so true. You're gonna learn more about the right offer, the right thing to create, the right thing to do by doing something that's pretty good, but maybe not perfect, okay? So important to get after it and pick something and move forward, all right? So first thing is, pick a time to worry about your money, worry about it each day in that time block. Don't do it over the weekends, don't do it late in the day. Pick a time early in the day, get your money, get your bank accounts figured out, deal with it, look at it, move on, all right? Do it every day in the morning if you need to, but don't do it 5 times a day. Bank accounts don't change that fast. Don't do it over the weekend, not gonna matter. Rest, your brain needs the rest more than you need the information about your bank account, I promise. Second thing is, pick your thing and do it. Even if it's not perfectly correct yet, even if you're shifting markets a little bit yet, if you're starting a new thing, whatever it is, pick it and do it. If you don't execute, I promise you are missing the boat. The thing that you need to learn how to do is in the execution. It's under the rocks you have to pick up. You just can't figure it out until you do it. That's just the way it is, okay? You can funnel hack till you're blue in the face, and you can copy somebody else's market, you can copy somebody else's copy, their videos, everything you want to do, but I promise you, you will not have the results until you launch and make mistakes, and it gets messy, it gets hard. Just simply do it, all right? Last thing is accountability. So if you're dealing with money, deal with it. If you're taking action, if it's in a sales process, if it's something you're building online, whatever, fine, do that stuff. We've talked about that. Dig in tons of videos below here. They're all free. You find out lots of information about how to actually do that stuff, but do it. And then lastly, get accountability. You need accountability because when you're worried about money, it gets in your head and things get down, they get sad, they get dark, they get whatever. They just don't get moving. So accountability, tell a friend, a family member, somebody you trust, somebody you don't mind reaching in to your life and being honest with you. Here's my plan. Here's the action I'm going to take. I'm going to look at money once a day, max, in the morning. I'm going to take these actions over the next 7 days, next week, next month, keep it in small little bites and check in with them. Don't rely on them to ask you weekly, how'd you do this week? Reach out to them. Don't take 2 hours of their time talking through everything you can think of and exposing all of your emotions and feelings. They're not your therapist. Shoot them a quick text with the bullet points. I've told you I do these 3 things. I did this, didn't quite this one done, 80% there. It'll be done tomorrow morning. Whatever, something like that. Keep accountable, be accountable, and you lead the accountability structure. Don't look for a therapist, look for an accountability partner. There's a difference, okay? So check money out in the morning, get it over with, not in the weekends. Pick a plan and do it. Start making the mistakes, start crushing it. You're gonna get better, it's gonna work. 3, get accountability. Can't tell you how important that is. Like, so important. People are like, yeah, that's really good, I'll do that. No, I mean it, take action and get accountability. I've been in multiple accountability structures for personal and professional reasons, but I tell you, the ones that have been the best for me professionally have been groups that I've actually had to pay to get into because the people in there are serious and we're accountable, right? It comes down to accountability. It doesn't come down to who's giving you good advice. As entrepreneurs, we love learning. By the way, I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute, so if you got questions, fire them away. This is all coming off of private messages, but if you have any right here, fire away. This thing that we're wired as entrepreneurs, we love shiny objects, we love learning, we love buying a new course, we love following a new leader, listening to a new podcast, just absorbing. And we actually, if you really look back at the hours you've spent, unfortunately, we spend too many hours learning and absorbing and crafting and strategizing and not enough hours executing. So in what I do in my agency, we are very structured about how much time we actually spend learning and strategizing. 5% of our time, 5% of our week, 5% of our month, 5% of our quarter, we spend on strategy. Then I spend another 5 to 10% of my time teaching and training my staff and leading in that capacity. And then I spend the rest of that time, literally 85 to 90% of my time, selling and making money, all right? Executing, all right? I don't mean selling like being on the phone, but I mean actually executing on money-making activities. It's so hard to do that, but that's what makes you money. That's what makes your money worries go away, all right? It's not the strategy or the learning or the strategizing and thinking about all the amazing things you could do, or what if I serve this market this way, or I have this amazing idea. That doesn't make any money. Executing makes money. Dennis, I do not want to go to bed with an upset stomach or negative thoughts, so I always fall asleep to my favorite radio show or an MP3 program that's going to help me the next day. Love that, Dennis. Love that. Love these go to bed strategies. I keep seeing these, and I'm a guy, I love reading. So I'm an audio reader. I'm very bad at reading. I actually don't read anything, hardly ever. My staff read to me. This is vulnerable and real. My staff read everything to me. I very rarely read anything. I'm a horrible reader. I don't retain, just the way my brain works. So my computer or my staff actually read everything to me. Facebook messages, you'll see me stumble over them as I scroll up. So all that to say, if you're a bad reader and reading's not your thing, listen to something. Dennis listens. I love Audible. I always have one sci-fi book and one history or like biography, something like that that's real life based in some other culture from some hero I'm trying to learn about. All right, I love different cultures, so I love reading biographies of great leaders from other cultures from days gone by. All right, so that's what I do. I'm listening to that every night. Tip there, I don't get into sci-fi and all the fun listening and watching and Netflix or whatever in the middle of the day, because it messes up your productivity. If I'm not doing that, I'm not watching a movie on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. If I'm not working and I want to be productive, I go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a bike ride, get active, get moving, do something, let your brain actually work. So anyway, Dennis, thanks for that tip. That's a good one. Anyway, that is the money conversation right there. So if you're struggling with money thoughts, take action. Take action, take action. Even if it's imperfect, get moving. All right, do the best you can, get moving forward. It's what you know, you will learn more in the motion. Get that accountability structure in place so that you're held accountable to actually get moving. And be sure and check your money situation out once a day if you need to, but don't do it 3 times a day, and definitely don't do it on the weekends. So one quick twist there, and I might talk about this more tomorrow. In fact, I will tomorrow. Let's dive into scheduling and kind of how we're working our schedules and our structures. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah. And really work through how we're aligning our days to make sure that we're getting the right stuff done, but not overworking or underworking. I think that's a really important topic right now. I keep hearing people talk about that, particularly in our mastermind group that's coming up a lot. So I figure that's a common question. I'll walk you through how I structure my day, the hours I spend. In my agency, that's why you guys are here, right? I don't work a lot. I love efficiencies. I love teams. I love profit margins. I love making an agency work really well. But right now, during this whole Corona thing, I've worked a lot more than I have in years. And I want to show you how that's working and what's working for me, what's not, and actually how, at this point, even I'm tapering back my hours again. And there's very strategic reasons for that, not just because I have people who can do work for me, but it's because I'm more powerful and you will be as well. You'll make more money, be more strategic. You won't have to spend strategy time if you just have space for your head to think. Our heads are amazing tools. Just got to take care of them and keep them sharp. That's it. Any questions for me? I'll jump out of here in just a second. I got to get back to executing, right? So excited. I love Thursdays. Thursdays I get to teach a lot, and I love teaching, so excited about today. Any other questions, though? I want to make sure we hit these up really good. Thanks again for all the private messages about this topic. If you can get outside, it's springtime where I live in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh man, it's gorgeous today. So if you can get outside, please do. Enjoy it. Go take a few breaks during the day. Walk to the mailbox. Walk across the street. Say hi to a neighbor from a distance. They're all out there walking around, right? Do your thing. All right, folks. Awesome to see you. Thanks for the messages on that one. Hope that helps, and we'll talk soon. Bye.